Yes, easy.
Perception mo sa sarili.
Okay, perception mo sa sarili mo, which is what? High or lower than low? Okay, so yun ang isa. Ano pa? Because this is not graded, okay? But this is sharing, don't worry. Kasi una, isang practice yun sa tutoring, make the atmosphere safe at the same time open. Kasi remember, I think experience nyo, pag pero ng teacher, maximize pa rin ang learning. Hindi, because based on research, sa brain, if it's a terror situation, your energy is focused on self-defense. Protecting yourself. So, tama yan. Self-defense quote and code. Kasi gano'n lang nasa research. So, instead of energy on getting the idea, processing it, more on trying to protect yourself. Yun ang nasa research. That is why I'm careful in establishing a very, very welcoming atmosphere, which you should also do as tutors. Okay, another one. Another concept of self-esteem. Yes, John. Okay, confidence. May keyword ka doon. John, ha? Magtiwala sa sarili. Okay? Ngayon, ang papatabi ko sa inyo, show me self-esteem. Kasi binibigyan sa akin mga definition. Right? From marble to dentist, tayo. Okay? Part ito ng building self-esteem. Okay. Stand which shows self-esteem. 1, 2, 3. Parang virus. Parang paparilin eh. Next, para makita mong self-esteem, pose as if you're with a selfie stick. Kalibre. Okay? Discarte. 1, 2, 3. Selfie. Selfie stick. Ganun na flow. Ayun na. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sa tingin nyo may self-esteem pa pinapakita? Okay. Right, last. Okay. And then, wala ko kayo. Okay, ikaw yung leader dyan. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
Paulan naman ang self-esteem.
Now, may self-esteem na selfie. 1, 2, 3. Okay, ngayon, ikaw may self-esteem ka. Ihawa mo sila. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Very confident kasi, alright? Ako naman, based on research, okay? Yung universal beauty na lalaki ko babae is based on symmetry. Yun ang nasa research, ano? Ang symmetry, yung distance ng mga body parts mo, like sa facial features, equal. Makikita nyo sa mga artista, sa mga model, yung distance ng mata, pati dito sa dito, pareho. Yung nose nasa gitna, yung mouth, ganyan. Okay? So, nabasa ko yun, tinignan ko yung sarili ko sa salamin. Ang mas doon, bagsak! Okay. Kasi tingnan, isang mata ko malaki. Tapos yung mouth ko tabingi. Makikita mo yung isang tainga ko mataas. So, minsan ina-adjust ko pa yung glasses ko dahil dyan. However, it did not stop me from making improvements. Okay, ganito ha. Pag naka-picture ako, ang tawag ko doon, angles. Hindi ako ganyan kasi kung napalalaman, no? Okay, natikip dyan kasi meron ako sa Muslim. Use from position of strength, okay? I travel a lot sa abroad, pero hindi ako papatalo dyan kasi sayang ang background. Sa gagawin ko, angles. Meron ba akong picture na ganyan, gano'n Tapos, kasi nakita ko, hindi my picture was niceness. I take my picture and then show this background kasi kailangan ko rule of thirds. Di ba ito 3? Kasi boring yan, static. So sabi ko may clear ako tapos select an action shot. Sa kanya tapos, gano'n naman din pa ako sa mga Japanese, Australian, pati yung mga puti, pinapatulong naman. So take my picture, and then take 5 pictures because I'm not photogenic, and then try to show me in this angle and those things. Lahat sila, okay? And then na-upload ko, tatawa na ako, and I'm making fun of it. I don't take myself seriously, and we don't have time to show my Facebook account. I get 375 likes. It's one thing because if you have self-esteem, then in that case it helps. And then you always look for ways within you can compensate for your deficiencies, and that is what I'm going to share with you. Okay? So start tayo sa concept. What is self-esteem? Okay? There are two concepts para madali, and I'm using the definition given by an author which I'm going to show you later. Because people, remember, you have to cite your sources. Otherwise, that will be plagiarism. Okay? Very simple. But I find it so useful. Okay? There are two authors which say this. Okay, you can take notes. Kasi una, isa pang ginagawa ko, tell your students to take notes because human memory based on research is limited. Nang college ako, nakalagay doon 7 plus or minus 2. But that has been proven to be untrue based on the latest 4 plus or minus 2. That is why in the telephone numbers, it's in groups of 4. Kasi yun lang ang maximum na short-term memory na capacity. When I was in college, it was 7 na nakalagay doon. But based on later research, it shows that that's not 7, it's 4 plus or minus 2. See? If I have depended solely on the textbook of psychology when I was in college, outmoded na yan. And that is the reason why I always have slow continuous learning. Even if you're a professional, you continue to read journals, periodicals, Time Magazine, Harvard Business Review, anything else. In fact, even sa Facebook, siyempre, I do not depend solely on mga likes or feeling me, no? I find it not helpful. So what I do, may mga sites doon sa Facebook where you can join, then they will be giving you very useful articles from time to time, like Brain Thinkings, Harvard Business Review, or Luminosity. Kasi mga ganda yun, okay? Of course, I need my friends, people I met, because it's also important that you will have good relationships. It's one of the secrets of happiness. I have met a lot of people who are very rich, or are very good looking, or are very smart, but they have few friends. How come? Because they have a problem with their self-esteem. Okay? So, dito, tingnan very simple. Self-esteem is really a combination of self-worth plus self-confidence. Okay? Now, those are concepts. I think we have an idea, but let's be scientific. Let's try to find out what is self-worth and what is self-confidence. Okay, self-worth is how we look at ourselves. Okay, halimbawa, meron iba akong self-pity. Okay? Wawa naman ako. Okay? Or me, ako one of please. Okay? Ang sa akin, I don't have that. I just realized that only when I was in college, wala akong self-pity, which is a good thing. Okay, siguro ang conditioning ko, kasi una, based on science likewise, how are our personalities formed? Is both nature, yung mga nasa genes natin, and nurture, the way we were conditioned by our environment. And I was so lucky because our parents really trained us to have confidence. Pero hindi yung natin humiyabang ako na pinakagaling. No. They also trained us to be grounded. Okay? So that concept of self-worth is how we see ourselves. Here. It's important because a lot of it is really based on our mind. Remember how we command our world from our own perception. Okay, malinaw yung self-worth. Okay, how we see ourselves now. Self-confidence, on the other hand, I like this concept because it's very practical. Okay, everyone read this. 1, 2, 3.
Self-confidence, having a good set of life skills that are adequate and appropriate to each person's life, a sense of being able to cope with life and its challenges.
Okay, this one is very practical. At the same time, it is also very flexible. How come? Self-confidence are based on what you need for your work. So, halimbawa, kung pare ka, you will have a different set of confidence as required in your profession and in your work compared to somebody, so let's say, who is a farmer. In fact, you can even have a farmer who have self-confidence compared to somebody who has a PhD. Kasi mga skills yun eh. Na depende sa tao. Anong kailangan mo sa mundo nito? Sa ginagalawan mo. May mga bagay hindi mo na kailangan, so why should you bother with that? So you should learn to concentrate on the things that you need based on your particular situation and environments. You follow? Okay? So very simple. I like this concept. This is based on an author. So self-worth, how do I see myself? Then based on that, how you see yourself, then there are teaching techniques so that if you have a very low regard of yourself, you can increase your thinking capacity as to how you can further improve your perception. The second one is, what are the skills that you need in your particular scenario? And then you now try to focus. Since you need these particular skills, then you should concentrate. Kasi sa dami na dapat gawin, one rule is prioritize. We cannot do everything. Especially in your generation, which is the multitasking one, which is not a good one. You should know how to focus and prioritize. Okay, get the concept? So what we're going to do is discuss first self-worth, and the second one is discuss self-confidence as how we can increase. Therefore, if we know these two concepts, brilliant techniques, then we are increasing our self-esteem. Okay, so let's go on. Right, so mindsets. There is a book on mindset that is based on research by Latorre. I'll give you the citation paper. And then, ang sinasabi niya dito lahat is based on research. In fact, she is one of the persons who is known for doing research on positive psychology, which is also associated with the science of happiness. Yes, there is research on how a person can be happy. And a lot of them will be on how he thinks and how he interacts with the world. Okay, so here, I try to prioritize sa kanya, based on the research, sabi niya, parang may dalawang mindsets, which is the fixed mindset or the growth mindset. So what you can do now is try to identify, are you in the fixed mindset or are you in the growth mindset? Because it helps you change how you perceive the world and how you act accordingly. Okay, so let's take a look at the first one. In fixed mindset, according to Latorre, leads to a desire to look smart. On the other hand, in growth mindset, it leads to a desire to learn. Okay, these are two different things. Now, hindi niya ginagawa lang ito, but she came across this distinction based on observations and research. Then, nakita po siya, mayroong parang dalawang klaseng pag-iisip. Yung isa fixed, yung isa growth. So, ang nangyayari dito, tuloy, nagkakaroon ng tendencies, and it will affect on how you impact on the world. That's clear. Okay, so anyway, slowly, there are 5. And then later on, we shall see what is the results. Okay? Are we done? So we can continue. Baka umalamit na. Okay, so dito muna tayo. Alright, I need a volunteer. Volunteer! Come on! Kung wala ko volunteer, mangihilak ng tao. Okay? Come on, Christian. Okay? Can you show me the talents? Okay, talent, yung ikaw ang kasi hindi pare-pareho. Okay, Krisha, very good. Okay, can you show me the talents? Anything. Sure. How do you like steps? need a volunteer.
23.
Walang takot. That is clear. Tapos sabi ko, teacher, can you may talent? Like, dancing? Tapos kagad, yes, kagad. She delivered results. You see the point? Lahat ba kayo kaya niyan? Sabihin ko lang, I need a volunteer. You don't know what I am requiring of you, and then it's a surprise. However, she was able to deliver. And that will help you come up with the answer to the first one. Kasi hindi alam ng teacher ang papagayin mo sa kanya eh. Okay, but she volunteered. This is very good. Okay, follow. The first one is on challenge. Treat it as a challenge. Because it was the unknown. So, that marks a difference between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. In fixed mindset, they don't like challenges. How come? Because they want to look smart. If it's something unknown, makakapagal pa. See the point? On the other hand, the growth mindset, open, do it. So which do you think has an edge? The fixed one or the growth mindset? See, because life is like that. What you have been exposed before will not always be the same. So you must always be open to challenges. Okay? Think note. This is a thinking. Kasi we're under work, di ba? Thinking lang. So ang thinking mo, I'll take it, gagawin ko yan. Then you are more flexible in that case. Okay? That's the first point. Pwede may klase sa fixed mindset and growth mindset. Okay, second one, I need another volunteer. Come on, party to. Okay, yes. Come on, Carol. Very good. I like the spirit. Okay, Carol, sinong hindi mo kilala dito? Okay, so dito mo kilala? Dito hindi mo kilala? Dito kilala mo ito? Okay, I want you to ask Joe for a date. Consideransuhan niya. Okay, but that's the point that I'm raising. Okay? Okay. Outcome. Kasi ganito, The second one, the first one is challenge, right? The second one is obstacle. Okay, actually, I was trying to point out, may obstacle na kasi niya kilala. Although I think this house that this is a very friendly group. But the thing is, in real life, if you ask somebody for a date, gusto babae pa. Which I'm suspecting lalaki na buhol. Pero andyan na napasuko na kasi bigyan ko ng challenge sa kanya. And she was game enough and asked for a date, and then sumuhan pa. In real life, do you do that? You have to be careful. You have to be careful, okay? But nonetheless, the point is obstacle, okay? If the task is difficult, tuloy mo ba? Okay, halimbawa, imbitahin ka, magpunta ka sa party ng mga mayayaman. Pupunta ka ba? See, alright. Okay, because if you're not comfortable with that situation, would you do it? No. Then, therefore, I want you to identify whether you're the fixed mindset or the growth mindset. Because according to the research of Carol Dweck, yun kakaroon ng differentiation. The fixed mindset gives up easily. The person gives up easily. Whereas, in the growth mindset, that person continues despite the difficulty. And that is why I wanted you to read first yung article about that person na summa cum laude. Mahirap yan. Yung ginagawa niya. And because I come from UP, medyo mahirap na rin yun. Hindi lahat ko nag-graduate. Okay? But take note, tingnan mo ha, he graduated with 5 course summa cum laude. Tingnan mo yung background niya. Mayaman ba siya? May pera ba siya? In fact, tingnan mo ha, yung sa allowance niya, tulad sa iba sa inyo dito, binibigay pa sa family. I know. Because I have a lot of students who are scholars and labor, which is very admirable. Hindi ba mo dyan? Because you learn sacrifice. But I want you to learn from other persons likewise because they serve as models. That it can be done. See? Tapos tingnan mo ha, trabaho siya. But in that case, no. Hindi siya pagkatalo. Yan, may difficulty kasi walang pera. Tinuloy niya pa rin yan. See? And that means, where is that person coming from? So, ako fix or drop? Wrong mindset. Kasi fix or drop, sabi ko sa akin pag-mentality nito. Alright. Here. So, first one is challenge. The second is obstacle. Doon ka ba sa fix or doon ka sa growth mindset? Okay. Next one, alright, another volunteer. Paparinig. Sige. Tama yan, tama. Come on. I need a volunteer. Parang fixed mindset ko yan. Fixed mindset ko yan. Okay, come on. Anyone? Okay. Ay, come on. Fixed mindset or growth mindset ba yan? Come on, sino mo volunteer?
Sir, boy.
Okay. Pero JC, yung challenge mo, pick another volunteer to do the volunteer work. That's great, see? You have the discretion. Pick another one to do the volunteer work.
Kahit word here,
Choice mo yan.
gusto ko si Adam, pwede.
Okay, see? Because there was uncertainty there. The first two, ginawa sila. So you expect that yung gagawin natin, no, yun at least. Okay, that is not good. I want you to teach a new dance step. Challenge, obstacle. Okay, sige na. Teach a new dance step to all others na lang susunod. You dapat networking or no. Kasi remember we're encouraging to have the growth mindset. Creativity is the highest in terms of cognitive skill. Whatever. It's called the whatever dance. Ang sabi niya, take her advice kahit ano.
Sabayan mo na.
Sige. Okay, para we can accomplish something.
Siya gagawa sa sabayan.
Whatever. Whatever naman eh. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Sige. This is a step. 1, 2, 3.
Sasabay ako sa'yo. Kahit ano sa'yo.
Whatever na kaya na. Sige. It doesn't matter. the first one? Talent. Number two? The third one is effort. There's a difference in approach by the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. It could be that you will not be able to do it right in the first time. But what happens if you have the growth mindset? No, you continue. Kasi importante you try to gain a level which eventually will lead to what is called as expertise. Okay? Whereas the fixed mindset, hindi, ganyan, ako na lang. Doesn't matter anyway, will not lead to something. But in the case of the growth mindset, no, we'll do it. Maybe we can be successful in one try or two tries or more. But eventually, your thinking is you want to master it. Okay, here. See the different approaches. Okay? Because eventually, it will lead to something else. And then, you will see the pattern. Which is more positive, the left one or the right one? The left one or the right one? Kasi dito sa left one, static. Parang that's the way it is. Whereas the other one is taking chances, alabas, getting efforts, and taking risks. Okay? So, let's try to review para makuha natin yung concept. Anong pinakauna? Difference, challenges. Number two. And number three. Okay, next one for that. Bakit yung lenses mo blank? Parang natawag mo para sa tatay. It should be white. Kasi una, ang pants mo is blank. Tapos, naka-stickers ka. Ang bagay doon is white. Okay, one, okay. Actually, that was number 4. Okay, number 4 is this one. 57. Oh, go on, tell me comments, okay? And then I really, that was part of the script. But take note ng reaction ni Joe. Okay, welcome. Actually, that's my opinion. It could be the fashion today. Nagkakaroon gray. Ganyan. Eh, ano ngayon? Kung gray ako, hindi ko pa nagbabayad. Yun pa rin, sir. Okay, so, tignan mo ang difference in approach of the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Okay, don't you find it strange, sabi dito, useful negative criticism? Is negative criticism useful?
Yes.
Why?
Don't need to change.
Okay, just do that. Yes. Okay? It could be you're getting a comment which you were not able to see kasi una. You have maybe tunnel vision. Or perception ng ibang tao na hindi mo na nakikita. Remember? Akala mo okay na, yung pala hindi. Or akala mo, ayos siya, yung pala hindi. Or it could be, ito lang carry na siya kasi sa opinion. And this is what you like. And there's no rule or law which says that it should be the one color, for instance. May matas pa nagsasabi dapat puti ang medyas. Okay, so happened maybe that ang uso ngayon, di ba? Remember, ang uso ngayon sa mga pantalon ng slim pants? Kaya pilit na ako mag-slim pants kasi bagay sa ano. Otherwise, kung the regular one, ang tawag ko yun, hindi nga straight cut ko na slim eh. Pero pag the usual one, ang mga 5 years ago, tawag ko, daddy pants. Daddy pants. Okay, yung mga matatanda, mga may tatlo or something. Alright, take notes, ha? The fixed mindset, instead of considering what is the point, or is there some validity or something that I can learn from that in this regards. Whereas the growth mindset will process the information, and for that reason, try to learn something from it. Whether he will agree or whether, kasi kung nilirin niya ng growth mindset, criticism yun, open. So for that reason, gagawin niya, may point na. Kaya after processing, may walang point siya. Diba? The thing is, he was open to processing it. You'll never know. So instead of being emotional about it and fucking home, no. Why didn't you say that? Where's it coming from? Because if it's some person that was part of my maturity, that's part of my training before, if it's something that negative to me, usually I get hurt. It's just human. But nonetheless, it's ang training ko is learn to differentiate the emotional from the rational. Kasi otherwise, ang reaction ko emotional din. However, natuto ako maging rational reaction. Bakit sinasabi yan? Where is the person coming from? Maybe the person is also hurt. Or it could be she knows something. Tapos doon ko in-evaluate. See, I'm open because I also learned from that whether I like the comment or not. That's fair. Okay? And the last one, dito, so far, I'd like to find out, sinong naka-this list na dito? Raise your hand. Sino pa hindi pa nakaka-this list? Okay, what is the reason?
Hindi, huwag yung pinaganon. Hindi naman yung sa amin.
Okay, I like the comments. Slide.
So yun, parang hindi naman sa akin. Kasi iba yung mga balik. Parang marami po akong activity sa buhay. Parang marami po akong hobby doon. Parang hindi lang po yun yung gusto ko nangyari para sa akin. Kasi para sa akin, diba, school, bahay lang. Akin po school, tapos gusto ko po yung marami akong kasama yun. Marami po akong ngayon ng maraming tao. Parang tulad na, nagtutulog kami. Hindi ko yung connected sa ano, diba, sa architecture. Na imbis na doon lang ako mag-focus. Kasi parang tingin ko, dahil sa dami ng ginagawa ko, hindi ako nakakapag-focus.
Okay. So, pero ano masasabi mo doon sa mga nasa list?
Kasi sa tingin ko, sponsor kasi responsible ako sa focus talaga sila sa
Yun ay galing sa puso. Galing naman sa puso yan.
wala naman. Okay na naman po sa akin kung mag-exist sila kayo.
Hindi ka ba naiingit? Hindi ka ba naiingit dahil sila nasa list?
Sir, sabi po kasi sa seminar kanina, it's not on the grade that the person is mental, like, it's on now or person.
That is the fifth point. Okay, the fifth point on ang point dito sa number 5. Yung success, anong attitude mo sa success ng ibang tao? Okay, so take note of the distinction between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. Okay, so let's just try to review. Okay, tignan mo iba yung approach nila. Alright, merong 5 determinants na ginawa si Carol Quick. And then it makes a marked difference between the thinking of those with the fixed mindsets and those with the growth mindset. Okay, ano ba ang first one? Challenges. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Success of others. Okay? So here, let's now go to what she's saying. Those on the fixed mindsets, nangyayari ito kasi muna, naglilitin sila. Then what happened? Naging flat na. Initially, okay, pero nag-flat. Kasi muna, they don't like to get out of their comfort zone. Tapos kung may criticism, disregard. Close. Diba? Tapos, pag successful ang others, negative. Compare that to the growth mindsets. Okay? So in the case of the growth mindset, it's expanding because they're open. And since they're open, then they learn something new. and then they give you insights. They acquire new skills for that reason. So what we're doing right now, be on the growth mindset. Because nasa thinking yan eh. Di ba ba yung self-worth? Ang self-worth is how you evaluate yourself. Do you see the point? Okay? How do you see yourself in terms of challenges, obstacles, efforts, criticism, and success of others? If you're open about it and you take on these things, then you increase your thinking about yourself mas naging open. You're less sensitive when there are comments about you. Instead of acting emotionally, you try to process, is there a point in what that person is saying? So yun ang isang factor, which is your thinking being on the growth mindsets. Kasi, ang sabi ni Carol Dweck, based on research, you can change the mindsets. It's clear. I hope you got the points here. So remember, self-esteem, self-worth, how we value ourselves, go on the growth mindset. Right, and then before we go to self-confidence, then in this case, I want you to think of what Stephen Covey has said. I have already said this in the College 101 because I think I met you before sometime in June last year. Remember, in College 101, I introduced you to 4 things so that you can help you survive college. O ibang group yan. Ibang group yan. O PHS. Kasi may morning batch, may afternoon batch. Okay, Miss so hindi ko namin ang honors. Well, anyway, kasi what I will concept of which will help us as an approach, okay? Because I will give you an approach on how to increase your self-worth. Be on the growth mindset. Okay? So likewise, in condition with you, Stephen Covey, and then the rule. Would you agree on this? The 10-90 rule. Stephen Covey is an inspirational writer and is a much-sought speaker in business. He's very well known. And what I like about him, among other things, is the principle which I always apply in life, 10-90. Okay? What matters is how you react to what happens to you. Halimbawa, may isang aksidente. Right? Pareho lang incident. But the reaction of people will differ. For instance, may masashock, may matatakot, may sisigaw, may isa na maghahanap ng solution. Maghahanap kung paano tutulungan ang tao, tapos paano ma-revenge man. So who do you think there has the edge? See? Okay, that's the application of the 10-90 rule. Isa lang insidente. But what counts is how you react to what happens to you. That's clear. Okay? So, halimbawa sabi, pangit ka. Isa pareho lang yan. Pero pag sabihin mo ng ibang tao, in an experiment, mag-ibay ka. So, what should you do about it? Kasi, rather than 90%, you have control. That's clear. Kung hindi masulit, you have control. You can manage your emotions. Pagiging friendly, there is a choice there. Bakit hindi ka makasulat dyan? You have a choice there. Okay? It could be, mainit ngayon. Eh ano, lahat naman tayo nainitan. You have control, which is what? Like, pumunta ko sa Jollibee na check ng papel. Okay? Or 50 pesos, 3 hours ako doon, libre na yan. I have control. Kasi pareho lang incident, lahat tayo sa Pilipinas nainitan. 90%, how do I react? Hanap ng solution. So like this, okay? Are you a friendly person? You have a choice there. Are you likable? You have a choice there. Are you good looking? You have a choice there. You can still improve yourself. Okay, personality. Okay, personality. That's very confident. I like it. I like it. Okay? No, people, I always tell people about the Obi and Cassid principle. Have you heard about it? I made it up. Okay. Describe to me Obi and Cassid. What else? Latorre. Magaling kumanta. Pag makita mo siya, kung hindi mo siya kilala, masasabi mo mga artista siya. Hindi. However, he was able to convince and Miss Australia to marry him and give him 2 beautiful daughters. Kaya mo yan? Okay. Nag-isip pa siya na hindi mo kaya yan. Nag-isip pa siya noon. Yeah. Okay? Now take note that in a business, show business na fickle, maraming nalalaos. Andiyan pa siya ang tagal na niya. Okay? How come? He concentrated on what he's good at, music, humor. At the same time, based on what I've been reading, he's a good person. Nice. So what is that? He focused on his strengths. Di follow? Nang magkiwalay sila ng wife na si Michelle Bonheimer rin. Good friends. They attended each other's wedding. Nag-asawa si Michelle at nag-asawa ulit si Atty kay Eugene. So patalo kayo, Peter. You have a choice. You have a choice. Okay? So that is what I always been telling people. Oh, yan kasi principle. You concentrate on your strength. Di ba, na hindi ka matangkad, yan mo yun. Di ba, let's say, okay? Because what you can do is, you have a choice, concentrate on your strengths. That makes sense. And there's another principle that I'm using, which is what? I backpack. 10 kilos lang yan. Kasi muna, I do not like to pay additional because when I go to Europe, 10 kilos lang yun. Kaya ako to be double. Tapos mga ganyan. Tapos ang ginagamit ko dyan para sa mga picture, para sa Facebook, I use the nasa that doctrine, which is, nasa nagdadala yan. How come? If you have confidence, it's anything and you have a choice in fixing up, then everything else will be different. Okay? So, that's self-worth. Okay? So, let's try to review yung self-worth. In self-worth, in thinking about ourselves, go for the growth mindset. And these are the areas, according to Carol Dweck, which is challenges, obstacles, efforts, and okay, what is the Stephen Covey rule? 10-90. 10% is 90% is okay. What is the Ogie Alcacid principle? Gawa-gawa lang yan, pero I'm more after always in your strengths. Okay? And what is the Nasanak doctrine? Okay? So you're increasing your self-worth. That's clear. Okay, then let's go to what's the second one? Self-esteem. Self-confidence. Okay. And how did we define self-confidence? Having the skills which you need in your life to survive, to make it. Remember, the skills that you may have may not necessarily be the same which is needed. Kasi depende yan sa kailangan nyo. Ako, I'm basically a shy person. Okay? But others do not believe that. But I needed to do something because my work as a lawyer demands that I will have to be aggressive, I should know how to negotiate and those things. And for that reason, because I was able to acquire a lot of skills based on self-esteem, self-confidence, and trying to share that with others, and it makes me happier. Okay, so let's now go to the second part, which is self-confidence. Okay, in self-confidence, remember, you have to develop life skills. And life skills will be based on what you need for your particular life and career. So it will differ from person. There may be some universal skills, but what you should do is try to concentrate. What are the things that are needed in your particular career and life? Okay? So here. Okay, everyone read what is life skills?
Life skills. Abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life, including work.
Okay, so what are required in your particular life? And in that case, you should try to identify those skills. For instance, you're a shy person, you need to always have reports because that's transition for real life. In that case, what do you do? Then try to study what are the ways in you can be a better reporter. You follow? Eh, ngayon, kailangan pa yan ng let's say, taho vendor. very important. No, not needed. Ang kailangan siguro another one, keyboard skills para makuha niya yung mga customer. So, you should be able to pinpoint what are the life skills that you need. Okay, I'll give you some ideas. These are universal because I really train my students to be global. That is, acquire skills which can also be applied in your class. Okay? Okay, mindsets. These are some of the things, but this is not exhaustive. I said these are some of the baselines. Okay? Minimum that you should try to acquire. And you are very young, you have a lot of time, you have a lot of opportunities to take advantage of that. In fact, we give plenty, like being active in organizations, being friendly, at the same time, using our library and using our materials. So, tingnan mo ha, discipline hard work does all time. Life does not come easy. But if you work hard, then things will come into being. Okay? Some of them will be developing your skills. In fact, this is subsumed under EQ, emotional quotients. Okay? Then ethics, have values. Eh, mabait ka na, matalino ka na, maganda ka na, mayaman ka na, pero upal. See? Integrity also matters. A good reputation helps smoothen transactions. Okay. Also, be very good in analysis, higher thinking skill. At the same time, learn to come up with something new. That is creativity. And then learn how to send the message, whether it's by oral or written, using valid language. Okay. These are some of the baselines, and I try to develop that in all of my classes. I hope some of you become my students. Okay. So, what are the other skills? Depends. What do you intend to do? If you intend to work in, let's say, France, you have to speak French. Start studying now. Because right now, you should be planning. So, yan ang essence ng self-competence. What are the skills that you need? My skills that I am doing may be different from yours. So, learn to identify those skills that are required in your life and what are you going to do about it. Okay? And ito pa ha? The more that you do it, the better you become. Those of you who are trying to do certain things other than what we're studying, like CSI, is also the one that increases your confidence. Okay, kaya ka rin isang skill eh. Here. Those of you who are very active in organizations, you develop likewise a business skills there. Those of you who are into, let's say, cooking, in addition to your courses, being a business, you develop likewise additional skill, and that also increases your confidence. Okay? There's a part. Alright, so I'm saying that what you need will differ or will be dependent on what is your particular life and career. Okay, now I'd like to also go back to this one. Mr. Kobe, he said that these are the skills which other people admire in others, which will also give us ideas on what are the things that we should still be enhancing and strengthening. What talents? So those of you who already are doing that, go harder. Okay? Those who are sociable, those with people skills, madaling makisama. Those who are so determined and so passionate with what they're doing. They follow. Some of you may be members of Orbs and Guildo, some of you are athletes, but you like what you're doing. It's also one thing which other people will admire. It will show you are enjoying what you're doing. Intelligence, you have that people who are honor scholars and then scholars. Creativity, if you can come up with something new, it's clear, whether expressions or food or clothing design and those things. Creativity is now the skill of the 21st century because this is a talent age. Remember, sino ang mga sikat? Those who can come up with new apps, new uses, new techniques, new songs. In fact, I admire singers are also composers. Those who can come up with new ideas. Remember, sa Bloom's taxonomy, creativity is the highest in terms of skills. Experience. Like, magaling ka nito kasi na bata ka pa, na-train ka na sa family. So, So always go for experiences wherein it will help you in your life and in your career. Don't take an experience na, except na kung this na ako. I don't know. You can do that later. O sir, akong this na ako, tatlo ng panganay ko. You can do that. No. Okay? Learn to choose what are the things that you should be experts at. Okay, now take a look. Does this require money? What do you say, both? Does this say beauty? No. In fact, I said that whatever is the stage in life, and if you already are doing it, then you are advanced as compared to the others. Okay? So, how would you do that? I'm also citing research. How would you do that? It's like this. What do you do after you brush, after you eat? Brush. How come? Kinagisa na natin yun. In psychology, we call that conditioning. That's fair. What do you do every day before you go out? Let's say, before you go to school. Maliligo tayo. How come? Kinagisa na natin yun. Conditioning natin yun. That's in psychology. Remember, cleaner, operant conditioning? That's fair. So what is the secret to be experts? Experts say, develop regular practices which ripen habits so that it becomes automatic. That's fair. So for example, I always have exercise. Kung wala akong exercise, biometrics, hindi ko magtapak. So in that case, because automatic na sa akin, and in that case, hindi ko nang inis yan. According to research between habits and willpower, it's habit which is stronger in terms of developing practices. So that is what I'm going to advise to you for the purpose of acquiring what is called as self-confidence. Remember, you have to have skills. And how do you do that? Regular practice. So that it becomes a habit, and that habit becomes automatic, and you can forge your destiny. That's clear. These are based on research. I'm not making this up. Okay? So here, let's try to recap. Okay? In self-esteem, there are two components. Number one, self-worth, how we evaluate ourselves. Yung thinking habits natin about ourselves. And the second one is self-confidence. And how do we use self-confidence? The skills that we need in our life. Okay, so based on the research of Carol Dweck, how would you increase your self-worth? Then be a growth mind. Within there are 5 areas. Number 1, challenge. 2, number 3. Okay, very good. Then the 10-90 principle, 10% is 90 is okay, good. Because ako, mantra ko ito eh. I always try to think about this when I face a situation. Principle. So that I am guided. Okay? And likewise, I added to you my personal creations. Okay, ang Gasset principle. And the Nasanag doctrine. Good. Let's go to the second part, which is self-confidence. Develop skills which you need for your life and your career. Okay, so you have to identify what are the things that you need, because mine will be different from you. Although there are certain universal practices. Okay, and how do you develop those skills? Habits. How do you develop habits? Regular practices. So it ripens into a habit, and it becomes a habit. It becomes automatic. Diba? The way you are trained, for instance. Gising nyo, I think some of you were trained by your parents. Maayos. Okay? You were trained, huwag pagsasay ng pagkain. See? It's automatic. In fact, are you aware that there are some people who do not take a bath because they were never conditioned? Yes, Europeans. Mga gaganda nga, pero rintig na handasan. When I was in Europe, may amoy. How come? Because they were never conditioned because it's cold in there. See? So, cold nga. Very good looking. Pag no, because that's the reason. Okay, maybe that's valid in their part of the world. However, what I'm emphasizing is we have to develop habits which will make us acquire skills which are going to become automatic, so it should not be actors. Remember, research shows that between willpower and habits, it is habits which are stronger. Okay, last one before we leave this and go to tutoring. You can chart your life. There are areas where you have control. There are things where you can have a matter of choice. Which means what? Be proactive. You are the director, the scriptwriter, the producer, and the actor of your life. Kasi ganito ba? If you do not develop the self-esteem parts, okay, the self-worth, your thinking, how you evaluate yourself, and you do not acquire self-confidence, you will be at the mercy of the elements. And instead of you being the captain of your soul, the master of your faith, you will be a victim. Like what? Madaling mag-pressure. Okay? Wisyo. Kasi una nila-develop yung confidence tapos self-pity. Because ang evaluation, natin-pity. Think it makes sense. Comes there. And what I'm telling you are basic research. Because I'm a researcher myself. And I like to cite these persons. Carol Dweck, Mindset, the New Psychology of Success. And then this one I got from the library. This one I got from Denver Nets. Are you good enough? The ways to build a confident mindset. And then also, so that hobby, the 10 habits. Okay? A lot of these people are on in our library, and I hope you continue to read harder, and then to be passionate and to honor the gifts that were given to you, because that is part of stewardship. These things that were given to us, talents, abilities, beauty, skills, these are gifts. We have to take care of them to honor our donor and our faith. And in the process, when we develop our skills and we share that with others, we come out happier. That's based on research. Positive psychology, the psychology of habits. I'm not making this up. Hindi ito kwentong parmero. Basically, these are basic research. Okay? Yes. Right, that's it. Okay, thank you very much, and then we'll proceed to the next one. You have any question? Thank you for taking notes, because I really tell that to my students, including me. Oh, smartphone. When I calculate, that's a new topic. Okay, that's a good note. Okay? Then I use this app called Cup Scanner. Pag may article, may bawang how come? I said, based on research, human memory, short-term memory is only up to 4 plus or minus 2. And in that case, to help me transfer that to long-term notes and review. In fact, this material, the brief of Carla, this was based on my notes. I read the book about 3 years ago. Based on my notes, put that on the cloud, Google Class, Drive, then use this. Because I'm reading it, I'm gathered it. And right now, I'm sharing the results of research. Carol Dweck is very new. This is 2015. But it's rigorous, it's based on research. Stephen Covey, I read this 5 years ago, but I've been using it long before.